This is the Monduo Pro Duo display, the best triple display setup for your 16-inch MacBook Pro. And no, not only because it's the world's first setup designed for the 16-inch, but for 5 very specific reasons. Now, I have to be honest, I was skeptical about using a triple display setup that mounts to your MacBook. And that is where David, the guy who designed all of this because he loves MacBook Pros, actually went out and he just sent one us without us even knowing. And when I opened up the box, I was like, what is this? And then I started reading the specs and I was really impressed. He then sent us an email letting us know he sent it out and, just try it out, check it out for yourself. And that's when I realized, well, I was kind of wrong with my misconceptions. Now, there are other monitors on the market with setups like this, but they have a lot of issues. The displays are very low quality, the build quality is janky, they just don't pair up with your Mac's display. And that is the second part that really impresses. These dual displays have 500 nits of brightness, just like the MacBook Pro in normal mode. They also support DCI P3 color accuracy, just like the MacBook Pro's display. They also are high refresh rates, so they go up to 144 Hertz. Now, you can use this with anything. They have multiple different plug-in options. We have dual USB Type-Cs on each side, along with HDMI. So you can use this with Windows or with anything else. And with the MacBook, I'm running these at 120 Hertz, just like ProMotion. And with that, they are high resolution as well. We have 2560 by 1600 resolution, so they are nice and sharp. So these panels match up very well with the MacBook compared to other alternatives that are low brightness, low quality, very low resolution, and refresh rates that don't match up. Now, before I give you guys the other reasons why I was very impressed, I have to talk about my kind of issue with setups like this. When I've seen them in the past, they were very clunky. So I was hesitant, 1, packing this with me on the go, and 2, with setup and adjustment. Now, you guys could see I'm not in the studio. I'm actually working remotely right now, and that's when I thought it was a perfect scenario to take this with me and test it out. Now, setting this thing up is way easier than I expected. On my 3rd time ever setting it up, I did so in about 40 seconds. It fits in my backpack, so I just slide it in next to my laptop. All I need is 2 cables to take with me. And then when I pull everything out, it literally takes, 30 seconds or so to open it up, pull the sides apart, set it up. There's this built-in kickstand that will add support to your display if it needs that, and simply plugging in the 2 USB Type-C cables into the side. Now, the 16-inch MacBook Pro also has an HDMI, so you can connect with that. The beauty of USB Type-C, though, is that it not only sends the signal to the displays, but it powers them at the same time. So now I'm completely wireless. Now, they also give you a right angle USB Type-C adapter for convenience, and another cable if you're not going to be using MagSafe charging to charge up your laptop, that you can use for pass-through charging through the display. So it'll send power back up to 100 watts, which is awesome. And even running both displays at 120 Hertz, I was surprised by how little power they sucked from the MacBook's internal battery. Now, with that said, before I show you the software, which is really sweet, it was developed for these screens, I want to answer the question, is it really useful? Now, this is where I was also hesitant. You have the extra displays there on the sides. I'm used to having a single display at the office. I have that 32-inch 6K display. And when I'm on the go, I take a 16-inch MacBook Pro specifically because of the larger display compared to the 14-inch MacBook or the 13-inch ones. Now, having these displays on the sides makes a world of a difference in terms of on-the-go productivity. Instead of having to flip between my Final Cut application and then going to my Finder, going to the internet when I need to pull up some specifications, I can have all of that available. And with that, with video editing, I can have my viewer off to the side, which gives me a lot more room for my timeline to be stretched out and seeing other clips and images. When I was, for example, working on this latest blind camera comparison, if you guys didn't see that, go and check it out. So that was so nice to have. I have the same level of productivity as on that 32-inch Pro Display XDR, or maybe even slightly better, while I'm on the go. And this thing is surprisingly lightweight. Like I said, the plastic is high quality, but it is surprisingly lightweight. So when you put it in your backpack, it doesn't add a ton of extra bulk or weight. Now, if you don't do photo editing or video editing, just being able to have emails open on one side, spreadsheets or a web-based application open in the center, and then something else on the side is also really nice to have. And you can also do 7K gaming with this. Now, I'm not gaming on the go. When I'm not working, I'm spending time with family, but they've shown off some very cool clips of having all three displays being used for games, running on the Mac or on a Windows-based laptop. Now, one issue using external displays with Macs is scaling and high DPI, because there are very limited settings and then things can look fuzzy because they're not scaled properly. And this is where the Monduo app comes in. It is a simple tool. It gives you a ton of settings. Now, a lot of these are enabled by default. For example, these will auto match the brightness to your Mac display. So you're using the buttons and everything matches up perfectly. It will auto match the resolution to your built-in display, auto arrange, and I'm gonna enable turn off Monduo backlighting if you go ahead and you dim down your main screen all the way. They also make it super easy to install the drivers for the displays. And because of that, everything looks great and matches up and it just works. Now here we have advanced settings and we have an app menu where you have a lot of different options. So if I go out here, click on the Monduo app, we have all our info here where you can go make other adjustments and you can adjust your scaling, but out of the box, everything just works. Now, this one is designed for the 16-inch. Now, these are LCD panels, and even though everything looks great, they are not mini LED. Well, Monduo is working on a mini LED version for those of you guys that want all of your displays to be mini LED. For me personally, I can have my HDR video viewer on the main screen and other things on the side, so it's not a big deal, but that is gonna be coming out if you want it all to match. And for those of you guys that love the 14-inch size, it's great to travel with. Well, they're working on a 14-inch version as well. And then that way I would be able to get a smaller one to travel with and then have the displays when I need it. So we have all the links down in the description below. You guys can actually save $50 if you go through my link, if you guys want to go and check that out. And you can get more info on the future products as well. So overall, I think this is a killer solution. I'm glad that David sent it over. I'm glad I got to check it out, and I'm glad that I was wrong about having triple screens on a Mac, because being here for a while, it's gonna be extremely useful based on what I've used them already for. So thank you guys for watching. You guys can go check out the links right over there and click that circle above to subscribe. Check out one of those great videos, and I'll see you in the next one.